They were training this week. Yes, hope that we can have a very good game Monday.
You said you have to learn. Is it difficult in the emotions of the game straight afterwards, especially after a disappointing ending?
Yeah, because we are winners. We want to win. We are right here we come here because, of course, accepting the project, but also knowing that Chelsea history is about to win. That is why sometimes after 90 minutes, when you don't win or you draw a game like we draw against Sheffield, you feel really, really, really disappointed and very frustrated, and sometimes it's not easy to face you and be calm and quiet. But I think still too many things to play. I think we need to be positive, and of course, even if we have this type of circumstance, we need to be positive and we need to think in positive way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. News that the Premier League will use semi-automated offside technology before the end of the year. Just wanted to get your thoughts on this and whether.
Yeah, we were talking with Adrian and Jesus. Is he right? Perfect. All happy. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that works. And we need to be also positive about the decision. And if the system is right, for sure we are going to be very happy.
Thank you. Sarah,
Hello.
I love to talk tactics, and it seemed like against Sheffield, Conor Gallagher against the ball was playing as like a left winger, but in attack was moving into a 10. Is that right? And why did you make that decision over playing a natural winger?
It's the circumstance and the form of the player, the momentum and the balance that you need to provide in the two phases of the game, in possession and out of possession. That is the principal thing. Is why we sometimes, we use different players in different positions, and then, to provide the team the best balance.
You've already spoken about the young kids training with you. Cobham's one of the best academies in the world. They won the Under-17 Premier League Cup yesterday. How difficult, you've spoken about how difficult it is to balance winning the games with the experienced players, but then giving the younger people opportunities as well. We've got Josh Achiampong, Tyreek George, all of these players. Are they looking close realistically to start in this team, or is it something you're just going to have to look at for the next season because of the current situation?
I think they are so close. I think in the way that we are working, this coaching staff, we are going working so close to the academy, and because of the circumstance also, force us, to invite every week young player through the academy to train with us, and that is a good opportunity for them to show the quality, and of course it's realistic. The only thing is to have the opportunity and show there and being consistent after. I think I agree with you that Chelsea have one of the best academies not only in England, if not in the world, and I think it's our responsibility to pay attention and to care about these guys. Of course, because of the situation that we were talking before, I think they are going to have the possibility to be involved on the squad for Monday, a few of the players, these guys. And of course, they were also training with us, and they are, with 16, 17, 18-year-old, they are training normally and being consistent with us, and that is a very good experience for them, and it's a very good evolution for them, helping to compete with the senior player and living the experience with the first team. Always is a very good thing for them.
Midfield has been suffering from tiredness, as you said before. Enzo's being assessed, Lavia's out, Carney's building on his minutes. How is Leslie Okachukwi's hamstring situation? Because we haven't seen him since December. Is he okay?
Well, now he's doing his recovery. I think we'll see if in a few weeks can be again, being part of the training session with the first team. But this is day by day that we are assessing these guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bradley, Talksport.
Hi Mauricio,
Hello.
thank you. Well, you face an Everton side on Monday who've been docked another couple of points for profit and sustainability breaches this week. And those rules have created lots of comment and debate, and I wondered, for yourself as a manager, what do you think about those rules? Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Do you think they need to be adapted? What do you...
I don't have all the information, and it's difficult for me to give to you an opinion. You know, it's not my subject. It's not. I am not focusing in and reading or listen. I don't know. It's impossible for me to give an opinion.
You were asked earlier about your comments after the game last week about maturity of the squad, and we know that Chelsea's policy in the last couple of years is to maybe buy some younger players with lots of promise. Do you think maybe looking ahead to this summer's window, you might look to maybe adapt that and maybe bring in some more experienced players to help some of the younger members of the squad?
Well, that is another thing to discuss, you know, in the next few weeks, about to see different strategy for the next season. But that is a thing to agree with the sporting director and with the owners.
And lastly from me, Noni Madueke scored a great goal last week against Sheffield United. Someone like Cole Palmer has really stepped up this season, scored 16 goals. Do you think Noni in the coming years could be someone who could follow that pathway and score somewhere between 10 to 15 goals for Chelsea on a regular basis?
Yeah, first of all, it's about to, you know, to have a space for him, because I think when the club signed Cole Palmer, also he was here on the club, and we were signing another player that played in the same position than him. It's all about adaptation and try to find, you know, the dynamic that Palmer and him can play together. Yes, of course, always the hope on the player with talent like is Noni. Hope that he can, you know, be consistent playing in the team, in the starting 11, and can show his quality. Of course, but always is about, you know, to find the right balance on the team, and of course that when Palmer arrived and then Palmer was doing really well, that sometimes you cannot play with, you know, this in the same position with two players, no? But yes, he has the talent, and hope that he can grow and be important player for Chelsea in the future.
It's great. Best of luck Monday. Thank you.
Thank you so
We've got
much.
time for two more. Alex from the BBC and then Simon from the Athletic
Hi,
to finish.
Mauricio. We've seen clubs struggle this season with injury, and Chelsea probably more so than anyone. As a coach, it must be really frustrating. Is it something you're going to have a deep look at in the summer, why you've had so many recurring injuries?
Yes, that is should be fair, no? Should be fair to have a fit squad to after, you know, to prove that we are a good squad and we can compete for big things. At the moment, it's not fair to judge player or to judge, you know. I don't want to be wrong, but I think it's really, really tough when you don't have, you know, the squad fit to increase the competition in between them. But that is not an excuse. That I don't want to talk about excuses. I think I want to stop to talk about negative things. Now we need to be positive, like I start the press conference talking about that. It's a good opportunity for you, the young guys, to see very close and be realistic, you know, to prove that they can compete, you know, in the first team and can be a Chelsea player. And we need to take this opportunity. We need to be positive and we need to create the good atmosphere. If that is a reality that we are living, and I think we need to take advantage, adapting, and see if these guys can have the possibility, you know, and step up and be a very good active for the club.
You've played recently against Burnley and Sheffield United. Do you have to, and you've got Everton on Monday night. Do you have to approach these games differently against teams that are fighting against relegation?
Yeah, but that show that all the comments, you know, after the games, because when we face teams like Manchester City or Manchester United or Tottenham or Liverpool, I think always the team show good quality. The problem is to be consistent for us, when we analyze the team, is lack of maturity, you know. And that is only with time that we can get the right balance, and not only to prepare yourself in your best and to compete in your best when you play again a big size, if not to compete, always being regular, indifferent if you have in from one or another team.
And I'm sure you're aware that Chelsea have conceded 2 goals in each of their last seven games. Is that a fair assessment, or do you think
It's in the same way that we concede, we score. In the past was we didn't score, we struggled to score goals, but now we are scoring. Always is about balance. Yes, if we want to attack and to create chances, sometimes we need to take risks. The problem now is to get the right balance in between these two phases, when we attack and then try to be stronger and more aggressive in a defensive situation. That is the normal process and the normal balance that always, when the team is not mature enough, you can suffer, these type of situations.
Okay. Last
Welcome.
question in the broadcast section, Simon, Athletic.
And Richard, I was actually going to ask on a very similar theme. I mean, in terms of that 7-game run, how frustrating is it that you can't keep clean sheets? And how important is it to turn that around if you are going to qualify for Europe?
I think I seen the last 7-8 game that we didn't lose, in Premier League. I think for me the most important is to win games. Of course, after the priority will be to have a clean sheet and not to concede. But at the moment it's about to win games. We need 3 points. Of course, I want to keep your goal, safe and not to concede chances and not to concede goal. But it's not work like this, because if we are only thinking to try to have clean sheet, maybe we need to play with 10 players, the keeper, and 10 players that more defensive, and see in some transition or set pieces we can score 1 goal. But I think Chelsea, under my opinion, is about to go forward, to create chances, to score goals, and of course after to have the good balance, because we have on the squad player that can attack, can be very aggressive in the last third, in the opposite, box. But and then we need to be and behave in the same way when we don't have the ball. That is, we are missing. And we will talk about be more mature and be more competitive. Is to manage and to deal with the two phases in the same way. When we are offensive, creating chance and being clinical, but also when we don't have the ball, is to show, more aggressivity, be more consistent, be more, have or to show more togetherness. And sometimes we are missing this type of thing. It's easy to watch. We go forward, we create chances, we have, a very good data about that. But when we lose the ball, always we react a little bit late, always we are disappointed, we are frustrated, we blame each other, why we don't give him the ball like this. That is you can see, when you watch the game, that we are changing, but still not in the level to be consistent enough. But if we were working a lot this week and hope that little by little, step by step, we are going to change. And of course, we will arrive the day that we have very good balance in between these two phases.
Last one. Would you ever change who you are as a coach and park the bus? Would you ever change what you are as a coach? You love to play men's football. Would you ever say, no, I want to park the bus?
Cambiarías como entrenador y aparcar el autobús.
Nah, I'm not going to be philosophic, about that, because I think you need to you translate, to the player and the philosophy, how you feel, how you are. And I think we are a coaching staff that working after more than 13, 14 years together, and it's impossible for us to go and to, like you say, park the bus.
Mourinho, that was Mourinho's expression for park the bus.
Yeah, but see, everyone is like how he is, and of course, always football is very open system. All system and all ideas, all philosophy are good if you can translate to the player and the player buy your idea. Always is good.
Thank you.
You're
Cameras off, please. That's the end of the broadcast section.